In this lesson, we're going to be converting between compound units. That just means basically there's more than one unit in the label. So for instance, miles per hour is a compound unit because you hear both miles and hour in the unit. So we're going to be converting. So for example, this says a car is traveling 50 miles per hour. What is the car's rate in kilometers per hour? How many kilometers will the car travel in 4 hours? So in your computations, you have to assume that 1 mile is equal to 1.6 kilometers and do not round your answers. So what you want to do, dimensional analysis is what we call this method. I think I called it unit analysis before. I haven't heard the dimensional analysis before, but it's just the same thing. So you write down what you have, which is 50 miles per hour. See how they wrote it as a fraction. And then they write the 2 unit multipliers using kilometers and miles. And they have 1 mile over 1.6 kilometers, and then they do the reciprocal, could be this way too. So what you want to do is you want to multiply what you have by one of these, and you want to make sure that the miles will cancel and kilometers will be left. So that's why we chose the second one, so that the miles will cancel. And if you just look at the units or the dimensions, you're going to have kilometers per hour. So you kind of, what I do is after I cancel, I make sure I'm left with what I'm looking for, which was kilometers per hour. It's 80 kilometers per hour. So that means every hour they're going 80 kilometers. And for 4 hours, you just do 4 times 80 and you have both questions answered. So this next one, we're going to write down what we're given. Mercury revolves around the sun. It travels approximately 30 miles per second. So I'm going to write that down. Convert the speed to kilometers per second. At this speed, how many kilometers will Mercury travel in 10 seconds? So we're going to wait to answer that one first. First, we're going to convert kilometers per second. So you have 1 mile is 1.6 kilometers, and also 1.6 kilometers is over 1 mile. So you have to pick which one of these two will cancel the miles when you multiply this fraction that you're given. So we want miles to be here, kilometers here, which is the second one. So we're going to use that one. The miles will cancel and we're left with kilometers per second. So we use our calculator. We need to do 30 times 1.6, and that's 48 kilometers per second. And it said, how many kilometers will Mercury travel in 10 seconds? So we just times 48 by 10 and we get 480. Okay, next one. A parachutist rate during free fall reaches 75 meters per second. What is the rate in feet per second? At this rate, how many feet will the parachutist fall during 2 seconds of free fall? In your computation, assume that 1 meter is 3.3 feet. Oops, I forgot to write feet. So an M stands for meter, MIN stands for minute. So we're trying to change from meters to feet. So we want the meters to cancel. So we want them down here. So that's going to be the second one. That will cancel. We're left with feet per second, which is exactly what we want. So we're going to do 75 times 3.3 to get 247.5. And we want to know times 2. So we want to times this by 2. And you get 495. And that's the end of the lesson.